Peace. For all of you who asked me to comment on the Kamala code switching controversy, I suggest you check out this article in the Griot by my fellow Chucktown native Michael Harriot, where he interviews an expert on the subject, me. There are many reasons that a person may switch their mode of speech. One of which is more common is the chameleon effect, which is the phenomenon where human beings subconsciously pattern themselves after one another, whether in actions or speech. Human beings are basically upright pack animals, and we've learned that there is strength in numbers. And the basis of civilization is assimilation. So even when we're not trying, we tend to pick up things from one another. Is that what Kamala's doing? Maybe. But then there's also echolalia, or masking, where people who are neurodivergent either pattern themselves after other people involuntarily or consciously to fit in. Because for neurodivergent people to an even greater degree, assimilation is a survival tactic. Is that what Kamala's doing? No. And then there's code switching, which has been the most popular defense for Kamala switching modes of speech. In essence, code switching is also a means of assimilation, but there's typically a power disparity involved. Unlike code meshing, which combines two different modes of speech, code switching literally switches between the two. One group changes the way that they speak in order to ingratiate themselves to another group or to avoid consequences from said group. But it's also used internally to distinguish sisters and brothers from others. Now, is that what Kamala's doing? Yes and no. Vice President Kamala Harris is a professional politician on the campaign trail. A politician on the campaign trail mirroring their audience and reflecting back desirable traits which include the way that they speak is standard fare. Literally all politicians do it. It's the reason they're out there kissing babies and at the county fair judging the prize pig, eating 2-foot-long hot dogs that they never eat, playing the saxophone and Ray-Bans on late night TV for a predominantly black audience. We've seen Barack Obama go from sounding like he's from the South Side of Chicago to a Southern Baptist minister talking like this. We've seen Hillary Clinton be no ways tired. We've even seen Donald Trump try to dig in the burrow bag like a good fella. Like, hey, look at this guy over here. And Donald Trump is a New Yorker, but he ain't no New Yorker. So trying to make Kamala Harris switching modes of speech a matter of character, that she's just fake, is tan suit all over again. It's Dijon mustard. It's terrorist fist jab. It's much ado about nothing. Or is it nothing? We've seen white politicians go from sounding like this as a Democrat.
Well, we have another program here at Treasury that we're very proud of.
But then he became a Republican, switched accents, and now he talks like this.
Avocado toast eating insiders elite.
And not a word from the press about them being fake. One wonders why. Now, y'all know that I criticize all politicians, including Kamala, to the chagrin of many of my followers. But this dog ain't gonna hunt. Aside from the obvious racist overtones, it's a typical non-controversy in a cult of personality, where the personality of politicians is placed above policies and practices. And you wonder why totally unqualified people keep winning these elections. Because the press and the population is treating them like pageants and popularity contests. Kamala Harris isn't changing up the way that she speaks because she's a fake person, but because she's a real politician. Is it the chameleon effect or code switching or just straight up pandering? It doesn't matter. And the only reason this non-controversy is controversial is because there are certain folk in the press and the population who think that you don't matter either. You're voting or not voting for president, not prom queen or king. Prioritize accordingly. We out here.